You can hike up there, and I would probably do that if I were to travel there. The view from here seems stunning. Northwest range, the central range, and the southwest range here. I did buy it. I bought it. This makes it the smallest country in the Western Hemisphere, both in size and population. I make travel and geography related videos. We started the S country almost a year ago. There are 26 countries starting with the letter S, and in between came a whole series of a road trip in Norway. But now we have made it through. We are zooming in on the last S country right here, St. Kitts and Nevis. This country looks like a football player kicking a ball. Let's zoom in. St. Kitts and Nevis is an island state in the Caribbean, in the Lesser Antilles, the eastern boundary of the Caribbean Sea, where it meets the Atlantic Ocean. If we group together the Lesser Antilles with the Bahamas Archipelago and the Greater Antilles, the larger islands in the Caribbean, Cuba, Hispaniola, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, and the Cayman Islands, we get the West Indies, a subregion of North America. But let's zoom in some closer on St. Kitts and Nevis. The country consists of two main islands, the bigger one St. Kitts and the smaller one Nevis, separated by 3 kilometers by the narrow strait, where you can find this small island called Booby. The country's closest neighbors are Sint Eustatius and Saba, both special municipalities of the Netherlands, Saint Barthélemy, an overseas collectivity of France, Antigua of the island states Antigua and Barbuda, and Montserrat, a British overseas territory. They're all part of the Leeward Islands, the northern islands of the Lesser Antilles chain. Yeah, the geography of the Caribbean is not that simple. The northernmost point of the country lies here and has Arthur's restaurants and bar. The easternmost point lies right here on Nevis, as well as the southernmost point right here. The westernmost point lies on St. Kitts. Right here. St. Kitts and Nevis is the 188th largest country, so it is pretty small, smaller than Maldives and Malta. And with only 54,000 people, that's less than the city I live in, by the way. St. Kitts and Nevis also takes place number 188 in population. Only 7 countries have less people than this country does. This makes it the smallest country in the Western Hemisphere, both in size and population. The population density is actually 209 people per square kilometers, making it pretty densely populated actually, and comes at number 46 in population density. Life expectancy has risen also in St. Kitts and Nevis. From 1982 to 2002, life expectancy rose from 64 to 71 years. Many of these people, well, not many, about 14,000 people live in the capital city Basseterre. Other towns include Monkey Hill, lying just north of the capital city, Challengers, Old Road Town, Halfway Tree, when you have driven almost halfway to the other side of the island. I like the place names here. And on Nevis we have Fig Tree, Rices, Stony Hill. The official language here is English, but they have their own language as well, St. Kitts Creole. And what I find interesting about this language is this, and I will probably mispronounce a lot here. A das buy means I usually buy it. I did buy it, I bought it. I done buy it, I already bought it. I gone buy it, I will buy it. Fascinating. It is thought that Columbus, the first European to see the islands in 1493, named the island St. Kitts San Cristobal after St. Christopher, and a common nickname for Christopher in the 17th century was Kitts, therefore St. Kitts. The name Nevis is derived from a Spanish name Nuestra Señora de las Nieves, that means Our Lady of the Snows. The clouds on the island could maybe remind us of snow. Maybe. Let's explore the capital city first. So Basseterre lies here on St. Kitts. What soon catches my eye is this Independence Square. There is a fountain there, some benches. Yeah, seems like a great place to meet some people, maybe getting to know some locals. What else do we have here? We have Dorset Park, Sun Island clothes. If you forgot to bring enough clothes, maybe. Here is the ferry terminal. Maybe many people come here if you're coming on a cruise, so you see the city from here. Here we have a national museum, local history and culture. Also seems like a good place to start and getting to know the country. We have restaurants like KFC, there is K-May Asian cuisine and Ready Fried Chicken. We have Fisher Care Marine, a supply store. Yeah, if you want to go fishing, you can probably find lots of stuff there. Okay, so the area around the capital city seems pretty flat. And I think we have an airport here, yes. That is an airport. Does that say Canada? And then behind the capital city, the hills are starting and the country becomes more and more mountainous. Behind this hill, we have a golf course. And these look like some great vacation spots. There's a beach resort. It looks like a nice beach right here. Uncle Fats. Dolphin discovery. Can you go and see dolphins here? It would be so interesting to come here and see what the capital city has to offer and its surroundings. This looks so different from Norway. Okay, let's check out the rest of the country too. Yeah, so as you see, this is the shape of St. Kitts. It has a narrow strip of land here, and then here is a peninsula. Let's take a look at this narrow strip of land. It is really narrow. It lies on a hill, and there is a road here. Yeah, I would definitely like to drive this road and look at the views. There are beaches on both sides of this land. Mongoose Beach. Just look at this picture. This is gorgeous. Definitely. And then we can continue this road and then we come to this peninsula. This large body of water. Pretty big mountain. Is it possible to drive up this mountain? Maybe we can follow this road. It turns into a path right here. No. It seems like people have walked here before. I'm not sure though. But on top of this mountain, you can see the entire peninsula and look over to the rest of the island. This is all the same island. Let's see what else this island has to offer. There are churches here. I wonder if people living in these small villages, if they all know each other. I wonder what the community here is like. What communities are like on St. Kitts and Nevis. Speaking of Nevis, let's head to that other island. Many less people live here, but I can see that a lot of it is still habited too. It looks like big parts here are also covered by grasslands, not only forests. Here we have a nice mountain top where you can see a lot. Gingerland recreational grounds. A raceway, a car racing track. Really, I did not know that. Well, that is fascinating. So here you can do some car racing. Wow, I wonder if you have to bring your own car, if you can borrow a car there. But that seems fun. But I don't know how much fun that is for Tranquility Ocean View residents. Maybe they receive a lot of noise from this car racing. Both St. Kitts and Nevis are of volcanic origin, and both are hilly and mountainous. We can see that St. Kitts has 3 mountain ranges. First, the Northwest Range, the Central Range, and the Southwest Range here. The tallest point of the country lies in the Northwest Range and is called Mount Liamuiga at 1,156 meters or 3,793 feet. This is a stratovolcano, a volcano with steep sides. The peak has a kilometer-wide crater where there used to be a lake, but not anymore. If you were to stand on top of this mountain, you could see a lot. You could see St. Eustatius and Saba behind it. You can barely see St. Martin and St. Bartholomew on a clear day. Big parts of the rest of the island, St. Kitts, and also Nevis, and if you're lucky, Montserrat too. And know that on this island, there is thick tropical woodland where you can find mango, papaya, bananas, and avocados. Among the most low-lying parts of the country is this narrow strip of land. This is only about 400 meters wide, and this peninsula, Southeast Peninsula, has the country's largest body of water, the Great Salt Pond, as well as several white beaches. This island looks beautiful. Nevis is dominated by Nevis Peak, a potentially active volcano at 985 meters, 3,232 feet. Its slopes are rugged and heavily forested. Both the island St. Kitts and Nevis are super green and covered in tropical rainforests. And because they are both mountainous, there are numerous rivers descending down from the mountains and into the flatter lands. It's opposite side time. A Puma ruler in the capital city, Basseterre, move it for 20,000 kilometers around the globe, and we land outside of Australia. The closest land, if we can even call it land, is Cunningham Island, part of Australia. There is plenty to do in St. Kitts and Nevis. I've already talked about Mount Liamuiga, the tallest point of the country. You can hike up there, and I would probably do that if I were to travel there. The view from here seems stunning. Of course, that way you can also experience the rainforests. Maybe you'll even see monkeys roaming around. Another thing I would definitely like to do is talk to some locals. That is maybe the best way of getting to know a country. You can do that at the Saturday market in Basseterre at Bay Road. Try some food you haven't tried before. Talk to some locals. Ask them what they recommend to visit. Maybe they will tell you to visit Timothy Hall Overlook. You can drive this road here and get to the hilltop. And from there you will see this narrow strip of land and the southeast peninsula. If you like to take pictures, then this is a great spot to do it. There is water on both sides. There are mountains. We have Nevis in the background. Seems like a perfect spot to sit down and eat your food you bought at the markets. And apparently there are also paragliding opportunities here if you are brave enough for that. One of the most popular things to do on St. Kitts is to ride the sugar train. Here it is, St. Kitts Scenic Railway. The train was built between 1912 and 1926, and it was used to transport sugarcane from the fields to the mills. Now it offers people a scenic ride through small villages and farms. This seems perfect if maybe you don't have a lot of time. I can imagine you being able to see a lot in just a little bit of time on this train ride. Looks fun. I cannot talk about destinations in St. Kitts and Nevis without mentioning the beaches. We have Frigate Bay with their popular beach bars, Pinnis Beach on the west coast, perfect if you want to see the sunset, Cockleshell Bay with a view to Nevis. From there you can take a ferry to Nevis and visit Quali Beach and also Lovers Beach. St. Kitts and Nevis is a super small island state in the Lesser Antilles in the Caribbean, with spectacular mountains and volcanoes, with a view to many other islands, craters, lots of tropical rainforests, small villages and beaches, all visible through this train ride on the sugar train. These were some geographical facts on St. Kitts and Nevis. Next time we're gonna go back to Africa, to Rwanda. And we're zooming out. Thank you for watching, guys.